Hello and welcome to Planet Pluto Travel, and I'm your host, Alana Durrells. Guess what? Today we're going to the water park, specifically Hurricane Harbor, Chicago. That used to just be Hurricane Harbor, but it's now separated from Six Flags Great America. So, let's go.
I'ma keep it rising. Say keep going higher. I keep going higher. I keep.
Alright, well, let's start off with the entrance to the park. The entrance to the park is a little bit different than it was before, but some of it is still the same. You're still going to come in through the parking lot, but even to get through the parking lot, you got to show your reservation. And if you have one for both days, not for both days, for both parks, you don't have to show both, just only one. So you come in, you park, you walk to the entrance. It's still the same Hurricane Harbor entrance if you were just entering straight through Hurricane Harbor. But you can't enter through the amusement park anymore, so there's that. So you can only enter through this entrance, which was kind of already the entrance, but now it's like officially the entrance. It has a has like an entrance gate and everything, so you're gonna see it. And there's this tent, and you're gonna go to this tent. There's gonna be someone there, and they're gonna ask you for your water park reservation. And so you're gonna show them your water park reservation, and then from there, boom shakalaka, everything else is pretty much normal. You just show your tickets, memberships, or season pass, and just go through. And you go through your security bags and all that things. However, one thing that differs the water park from the amusement park is their mask policy, and that's what's really different. And even at the amusement park, it's sort of different, but we're getting into that later. So the mask policy at Hurricane Harbor, Chicago is there's no one. There's none. They have signs up that say masks are required in food lines and in bathrooms, but even in the food lines and in the bathrooms, no one wears a mask, nor do they enforce people to wear a mask. So, yeah, and you don't even have to wear the mask on the water slides. So, or in line for the water slide, but you're still gonna see like the lifeguards have it on and stuff. And even with the mask policy, like social distancing isn't really like being super enforced either. Like you just go, you just stand in line, you wait. Like it pretty much, the water park feels like pre-COVID. The mask policy pretty much non-existent. The social distancing also pretty much non-existent. They still have the stickers on the ground, so like like if you know where to stop, where you're supposed to stop, but there's no one there like, hey yo, you know what I mean? So there's none of that. All right, then let's get on to the rides. The rides are pretty much normal. I didn't see a sanitation process going on. Mainly, I think it's because there's already chlorine in the pools. It's probably why they don't have that big of a sanitation policy. But I did notice like sometimes some places won't even ask you for your cup to refill, but they'll like just have like one of those disposable cups, fill it up, and then pour it into your bottle, and you'll just hold your bottle. So, yeah. The rides, nothing really different. You don't have to wear a mask on the rides. It's still the same number of people that are supposed to ride, like two or three or four, you know what I mean? One thing that may be different, I don't think they'll put you with a stranger, like to fill it up, but they never really did in the first place. So, yeah. But the only really thing different with the rides is the new ride, Tsunami Surge. That's about it, because it's a new ride. That's pretty much the only thing that's different. But other than that, there's nothing really new with the rides. Then we got food. The food lines take forever. I'm going to just keep it short and simple, but they always took forever. And mainly because not all the restaurants were open. And the one that was open wasn't doing mobile food ordering either at the time. It's at the time, but it does do it, just not at that time yesterday. So, mobile food ordering, maybe that restaurant, I don't even remember what it's called, like Flamingo Cafe or something. Like, that was pretty much one of the only ones that was open. And it had a soup, like, the line wasn't long, it was just going so slow. So, yeah, there's that, too. Which is awesome. But one thing I did notice, if you do have a season pass, we're gonna also get into this reservations thing. With the season pass, if you have one and you make a reservation for the water park, right? And you decide to leave the water park, or it's a little hack, but if you make a reservation for the water park and you decide to leave the water park, see, the water park, they're gonna ask you for your reservation before you can even show your tickets and stuff. They don't do that at the amusement park. You just show your tickets and go. So if it's ever like it's booked out, just make one for the water park, then go to the amusement park. I mean, that's just a little hack. Just noticed it. So if you want to use it at your own will. But yeah, it's there. There's online food ordering. Yes, that's what we have to cover next. But I did the online food ordering, and there's like a little bit things that are different at the amusement park that you should know. At the amusement park, things that have changed since April. The mask thing, it's not as enforced. Well, I can't really say that because when I went yesterday, I went on different rides than I did then. Literally completely different rides, so not go on the same rides. But with Viper, they filled that train up like it was. They filled it up. The mask policy was not enforced on Viper. On Goliath, it was. On that American Revolution spinning ride, it was. But other than that, no. Like, they're not limiting. Oh, and Max Force, I can tell you this though. Max Force is filled up. Last time it was not filled up. But yesterday, Max Force was filled up. So that is one thing that's getting different now. They're filling up the trains like completely, like no every other row. Like, the trains are being completely filled. So there is that, and that is one thing that is different than normal. So yeah, and then we got online food ordering. Yes, so with online food ordering, it's not that difficult, but it is pretty difficult to explain. But there should be a video popping up right now, and it's literally I don't know if you could say step by step, but you're literally gonna watch. His name's Savage Mister, and he records his phone as he goes through the entire food ordering process, and it makes a lot more sense. So yeah, and that's everything. Now that is all I have for you today. If you'd like to see more news, reviews, and blogs, of course you do, hit that red subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime I upload more content. And as usual, the blog to this will be down in the description below. So if you just want to read over if anything sounded confusing, you can do that. And follow us on social media. That'll be down in the description below too, on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. And with all that being said, bye you guys, and stay safe.
I'ma keep it rising.